We certainly want to see banks succeed in this new world order.
Clarity is always better than chaos, and the industry needs clarity. Perfection, I think, in my experience, is the market structure bill that's pending in the banking committee, is it perfect? No, certainly not. But is it better than nothing? Absolutely. And I think we need to continue to work constructively with Washington to get and continue to iterate what is already sitting in front of the banking committee to make it better. But we shouldn't give up now. We are so close.
84 days between when we signed the deal with Circle to when we had USDCX installed and activated on Cardano and turned on. And it's already the #1 stablecoin on Cardano. The #1. 84 days from when it was signed to implemented and put into the system.
We're going to have tremendous workforce availability. We're also going to have robots helping us. We're going to have a lot of robots helping us because we need it. And because we're going to town, we're building a lot between the AI and the auto plants. So we're going to need robots. We're going to have robots, but that's going to help us.
Robots hold steady hands in the operating room, and drones are redefining the future of war. Innovations of first-generation humanoids, factory automation, and autonomous vehicles have surged from private sector investment. Every one of these advancements is powered by AI. The robots are here. Our future is no longer science fiction.
Maybe crypto is actually built for the machines and we didn't even know it. And AI can easily handle private keys and easily understands transaction hashes and like how all this stuff works. It is money that is built for computers, even before the computers to intelligently handle it were built. So I find that interesting. And, perhaps those of us who were involved in crypto pre-AI were kind of just like getting the ground ready for the AI systems to have a fully developed financial system handed to them, for better or worse.
This could be perhaps the greatest revolution in financial technology since the birth of the internet itself. Many Americans are unaware that behind the scenes, the technical backbone of the financial system is decades out of date, many, many years out of date. You know that. Paul and others are straightening it out, but payments and money transfers are costly and take days or even weeks to clear. Under this bill, the entire ancient system will be eligible for a 21st century upgrade using the state-of-the-art crypto technology.
And as President Trump has directed, we are going to keep the U.S. the dominant reserve currency in the world, and we will use stable coins to do that.
I think stable coins could reinforce dollar supremacy, because with stable coins could end up being one of the largest buyers of U.S. treasuries or T-bills. Mm-hmm. So all of a sudden, if you are using a stable coin in Nigeria that's backed by the US dollar, you don't actually have to have dollars. It's on your phone. You can transact.
We are going big on digital assets. So Trump administration has made digital assets a priority. I've seen estimates that just over the short term, stable coins could create $2 trillion of demand for U.S. treasuries and treasury bills. To put that in context, the number is probably about $300 billion right now. We will take a close look at regulatory impediments to blockchain, stable coins, and new payment systems.
The Department of Commerce is going to start issuing its statistics on the blockchain because you are the crypto president, and we are going to put out GDP on the blockchain so people can use the blockchain for data distribution, and then we're going to make that available to the entire government so all of you can do it. We're just ironing out all the details so we can do it.
Together, these world-leading technology giants are announcing the formation of Stargate. So put that name down in your books, because I think you're going to reduce the cost of virtually all goods and services. It'll make the United States a manufacturing superpower and the world capital of artificial intelligence and crypto. But with today's announcement, We take a major step to bring healthcare into the digital age. Instead of filling out the same tedious paperwork at every medical appointment, patients will simply be able to grant their doctors access to their records at the push of a button. Just a button and you're all set, and all the information the doctor needs will be immediately transmitted.
Going to a different economy, and we're going to be learning more about that as we go. But clearly, we're learning that things can be done from remote locations. We're learning that technology can replace people even more than we thought.
We're not going back to the same economy. We're recovering, but to a different economy, and it'll be one that is more leveraged to technology. And I worry that that is going to make it even more difficult than it was for many workers.
In Silicon Valley, and my friends who work in technology know that what we did to the manufacturing workers, we are now going to do to the retail workers, the call center workers, the fast food workers, the truck drivers, and then even bookkeepers, accountants, insurance agents, lawyers, and on through the economy. So what happened to the manufacturing workers is a very clear sign.
And so we'll import Chinese-based CBDC technology. So it's going to be CBDC in a box provided to you by the People's Bank of China.
But every stock, every bond, every currency, every commodity, every piece of art, every private business, every piece of real estate will eventually be a token on a blockchain, an entry on a ledger, permanent and immutable. We will have truth instead of trust, and we will save over $7 trillion a year.
Like what you see in China and their social credit scoring systems, right? If we get identity wrong, it could be a tool to enslave humanity. And if we get it right, it could be a tool to liberate humanity. And as an American, I'm obviously rooting for the one that's on the side of freedom.
If we could tokenize all our ETFs, all $5.3 trillion of our ETFs, and provide that in a digital wallet, you could seamlessly, without fees, going from a digital currency or a stable coin or whatever that may be in your digital wallet and buy bond or stocks. And I believe that is going to be the future.
I believe we're going to be in the cutting edge of tokenizing bonds and stocks.
It's coming.
And we have the technology now. The fact that we are now moving forward in tokenization, every bond and stock, is crazy. Yeah. We should be moving towards that frontier. Obviously, there's winners and losers and all that, but we need to be prepared for the tokenization. And it would democratize more finance if we tokenized bonds and stocks.
Welcome to the Crypto Teacher. And guys, please like and subscribe if you do like what you're listening to. Please inform your friends and family and spread it all over social media. It is imperative that we get back to learning finances and understand how the world really works, because once we understand how the world really works, we understand that it is all planned out. Now, I want to thank those who purchased the NWO book and the Crypto Teacher book. The NWO book shows you how the world really works, and especially in the times that we're in right now, it's definitely time for you to wake up out of that sleep. And I give you the truth, nothing but the truth. Yes, the truth hurts, but it sets you free. But because I give you the truth, you hate me. But remember, I'm just a watchman on the wall. And in 2026, it will be the beginning of global mass layoffs and the rise of the machines. Remember, 2026 to 2029, we are going to be on a wild ride. And we have the sheep sleep. They stay distracted on things that don't matter. My people perish from the lack of knowledge because they reject it. And that's because they're willfully ignorant. But they don't have long until reality is going to hit them in the face. And in 2026, we get crypto clarity before the midterms. And starting in 2027, the Hegelian dialectic is back. The divide and conquer, Democrat versus Republican. And they're going to ride it into the fourth industrial revolution. And since we have the genius bill, universal basic income is right around the corner, 2028, 2029. But we got China paying interest on their CBDC while the United States has no interest. And remember, that's a plan that moves in phases. And in the first quarter, I always tell you we're going to get a pullback, but this year, because Japan is on the move, I see a pullback in the first and second quarter. And that's the reason why we got two repo operations. We got the Fed buying treasuries of front end $40 billion worth until April, plus the Treasury manipulating that long end of the yield curve because no one, and I mean absolutely no one, wants that long-term paper. And yes, finances is boring, but when you understand what's going on, it's the most entertaining thing in the world. It's unbelievable how the sheep fall for it. And that's the reason why they don't teach finances in school. Now we have the Supreme Court is going to let us know the decision on these tariffs. Either way is going to be bad, but one is long-term, one is short-term. If they have to pay the money back, of course, that's short-term. But if tariffs stay on, that's going to be long-term inflation. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. And since the Fed is cutting and Japan is raising, we have $8 trillion sitting in these money market accounts, and that money is going to leave and find yield. And in 2027, that's going to trigger a collapse of this legacy market, and Democrats are going to play the blame game on Republicans. And by that time, of course, we'll have Jerome Powell with a rolled off in the sun. They printed 80% of all money in existence in 2 years, destroying the dollar, creating all this inflation, and then also destroying the legacy market, so therefore they can bring in the fourth industrial revolution, where the robots, algorithms, and drones take the economy over, pay each other with crypto, and the sheep go inside the metaverse. And they did all this under Trump and Jerome Powell. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. And in order to bring in the machines, of course, they need that black swan, that crisis. And that's the reason why we're hearing the drums get louder. We hear the hacks being done by AI, and of course, you got to watch out for the Birdman. So we're going to see distractions being stepped up, movie after movie, while they move in the machines. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. And also, guys, I want to thank those who purchased the 3 kids books. It's time to re-educate. Also, much love to those who donate to the Cash App, Patreon. Much love. Keep it coming. Guys, if you're not a part of the Patreon, make sure you're donating to the channel through the actual Cash App. But guys, this next Bitcoin and crypto bull run is going to be a utility run. So you want to make sure you have the cryptos that have real utility. And much love to those who are shopping at both stores. Keep it coming. And of course, guys, we get into Bitcoin and cryptos first.
Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel.
And right now we have Bitcoin and crypto flat. We pulled back yesterday. We know we had options. And then also we have all the geopolitical events where the drums are beating. And now we have Russia included in the movie. They're providing intel to Iran. And we know we've seen this in the movie so many times. I'm an old man. I can't even count how many times I've seen this narrative. And we know eventually China is coming on in. And then the two superpowers collide. Like Anthony Sutton told us a long time ago. It's so important to listen to your elders. We know now we have the younger generation, older generation are separated. But it's so important to listen. Again, I'm an old man. If you're young, listen. That's what separates the successful from the unsuccessful. Listen and implement the knowledge. Remember, my people perish from the lack of knowledge because they reject it. They are willfully ignorant. Now, on the weekend, we're the only game in town, and we always get the entertainment on the weekend. Now we have all these geopolitical events. The drums are beating. We know Sunday we're going to get some type of information. And then plus, we have CME that opens. Now, guys, make sure you pay attention to the actual indicators. We had yield rates pulled back due to jobs numbers, but yield rates are still high, and they're going to stay elevated. Remember, the Fed has stepped in to buy the front end, and if it wasn't for all this manipulation, yield rates would be going crazy. The stock market would be tanking. cryptos will be pulling back. Everything will be pulling back. Gold, everything will be pulling back if we were in a real world. But of course, the central bank's holding things up and they're buying all the gold. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. And then we have the dollar down. We have volume in crypto right now down. And then we have Tether and USDC. And we have Florida becomes the first U.S. state to pass a stablecoin framework and is headed to DeSantis. And guys, we know more states are going to follow. And when it comes to stablecoins, they're going to be a whole lot more important to corporations because stablecoins are programmable. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. And then we have the Fed repo at 1.5 billion. Make sure you're pulling on a daily basis during the week. And we know the Fed is doing 2 repos every now and then. Buying the front end of these treasuries last week, another 16 billion. And then we know the treasury is manipulating that long end because we know no one, and I mean absolutely no one, wants that long-term paper. And we know the Fed wants to keep rates high for longer to destroy this legacy market so Trump can build this fourth industrial revolution. Whether robots, algorithms, and drones take the economy over, pay each other with crypto, and the sheep go inside the metaverse. And guys, we know we are living in biblical times. And the sheep, of course, are so distracted, they don't know what's headed their way. Now, we had jobs numbers come out again weak, and we know jobs are just going to continue on being lost. And Scott Besson gave us the heads up. He told us second quarter, they're going to flip that switch. So we know things are going to speed up, but productivity is going to get better. So that means these big corporations are not going to lose out. Remember, this is a plan that moves in phases. As the people move out the workforce, they're moving in the machines. And then also now machines have crypto. And that's the reason why these new payment rails are so important, because it's for these AI agents, robots, algorithms. They can run this whole economy without a human involved. And unfortunately, the sheep don't see that. And we know these unions are paid off. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. And then again, we got the drums are beating, and they're going to ride these drums into the fourth industrial revolution. They're just going to keep increasing the distractions. That's why they're letting out just a few emails on Epstein. Then we get something else on the war. Then we get another topic. It's always distractions to keep you off of the digital economy. And you see a whole lot of conscious people speaking on social media where they think they're conscious, and they don't talk about digital currencies, not whatsoever. They don't talk about the metaverse. And you know, on the crypto teacher, I give you the truth, none but the truth. Yes, the truth hurts, but it sets you free. And if you have the NWO book, you know I touch every single sector of the world, of your life. So therefore, you can see everything is planned out. And that's why every now and then you got to take yourself out the matrix. That's why on this channel, I make my videos short, get out the matrix, and then you can go back in and have fun. But you got to know how to step out and turn to the creator. Remember I told you, if you want to make it in the fourth industrial revolution, you got to get back to the creator. So therefore, you can start creating. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. Now, we had Bitcoin and Ethereum spot ETFs, BlackRock, Fidelity, and Grayscale. Bitcoin and Ethereum spot ETFs were down at close. So was Chainlink, XRP, Solana, and Dogecoin. Now, getting over into a little crypto news. We have Kazakhstan's central bank is investing up to $350 million in cryptocurrency assets and crypto-related companies starting in April and May as part of a broader digital asset strategy. And why are they taking $350 million? Because we know, and they know, it's the future. It's the future economy. And again, we're going to see more and more of this. We don't have all these altcoin ETFs, crypto products on the stock market CME for no reason. They're getting prepared for the new digital economy, and so should you. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. Now we have Strike scores bit license to offer New York Bitcoin services. And we know behind that, of course, is Bitcoin Lightning. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. Now we have Coinbase Prime rolls out unified cross-margin across spot and derivatives and regulated perpetuals. And we see these crypto exchanges just opening up the casino just like the stock market. And the derivatives market is $100 trillion market. And then lastly, we have MasterCard introduced verifiable intent, a new standard-based trust layer developed with Google to provide cryptographic proof of user authorization for AI-driven purchases. And right now, we're seeing all the focus on AI agents. First, it was Bitcoin, then altcoins, then DeFi, then we had meme coins, NFTs, then AI cryptos, and then all the corporations turning to AI, and now all the focus is on AI agents. And we know we're now in the final stages because they want these AI agents to do all the work, and they're going to sell you that you don't have to do anything. Let the AI agent do it for you. And we know that's the opposite of what you want to do. You want to understand what the AI agent is doing. Nothing wrong with the AI agent working for you, but you want to make sure that you know what they're doing. The same way if you own a business. You don't hire somebody to do all the work, do all the cooking if you don't know how to do it yourself, because once they leave, what happens? Your business is going to fall. And that's the mindset that you need to have when you're dealing with these AI agents, especially if you're using them inside of a business. You want to know exactly what they're doing, so then therefore you can correct anything that's wrong, because eventually these AI agents are going to get turned against us. We know this for a fact. We've already seen it in the movies. We know eventually they're going to work against us, and that's the reason why you want to train your own AI agent. Of course, I'm going to be bringing you that. And the Patreon premium stock one is going to be free of charge. The other Patreons, there is going to be a fee, and then of course it's going to be a higher fee. I'm going to put that subscription on YouTube. But we definitely want to train our own AI agents, because again, they're going to be doing a whole lot of work for you. And the only way you're going to be able to do certain things is by the AI agent communicating with another AI agent. They're trying to get us out the system, humanity out the system, and the machines in. And remember, the crypto teacher tells you, because he knows when it comes to the NWO, it's all planned out. But that's all I have for you. Don't forget about the books. Crypto Teacher and the New World Order book, plus the 3 kids books. It's time to re-educate. Also, new to cryptos, Coinbase, Bitrue, Binance. Do not forget book links and crypto links are in the description. The stock channel, guys. Don't forget to go like, subscribe, spread everywhere. You have your Kobo, your chip stocks, your banking, your gaming. While everybody's sitting at home, get home stocks, the Seaver, the biotech stocks. And while everybody's at home wishing they were still getting that free money, what are they doing? Drinking and smoking weed. Don't forget about those stocks, and you have a wonderful day. The most powerful person in the world is the storyteller. The storyteller sets the vision, values, and agenda of an entire generation to come. Steve Jobs. And guys, you know I truly believe in this. When you look at the New World Order, they're the storytellers. And that's the reason why I wrote my New World Order book. But guys, now it's time to change the current generation. And I wrote 3 kids books. You know I love the Trinity because I understand the power that's in it. So I have 3 books. We have an opportunity to change the generation, to educate. Not just me, but I want to show you that I take action on a daily basis. And I want you to take action on a daily basis. Whether it's your job, whether it's in your community, we have an opportunity right now to educate the masses. I posted this on my Twitter account. Please share, but this is a short clip of the 3 books. There's going to be a clothing line and action figures. Please get these books for your kids, nephews, cousins, friends, so therefore we can start the re-education now. Because as we see, the 4th Industrial Revolution foundation is definitely here. Robots, algorithms, drones, taking humanity out the picture. We have to re-educate. But let's get into the video.
Part 1. King Joshua and Drama Team Save the Village. Part 2. King Joshua and Drama Team Save New York. Long COVID Stories 3. Part Part 3. King Joshua and Grandma Tam goes to China.
It's mandatory to get part 1, part 2, and part 3 of this series. It's time to re-educate Generation Z.